something sweet.
Well, it is almost summer, so how about a blueberry whiskey smash? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Matt, I'm the whiskey nerd.
I'm Rose and I'm the whiskey noob.
And like we said, this week we're going to be making a blueberry whiskey smash.
I'm so excited, I love blueberries.
Yeah, it's a very nice summer cocktail. It's essentially like a standard whiskey smash, except instead of smashing up the lemons, I'm going to be using lemon juice, and I'll be smashing up some blueberries to get the colour, to get a bit of flavour, and to really kind of round out the cocktail. So for my ingredients, I'm going to be going in with 2 ounces of good Irish whiskey. This is from the Whistler. This is their Oloroso sherry cask whiskey. It's nice. It comes in at 43%, so it does deliver a little bit more weight into a cocktail. It was finished in Oloroso casks after being aged in bourbon casks. So it does have a nice amount of sweetness, but also a little bit of kind of extra depth going in there. So it does deliver well into cocktails, I think.
And just saying as well, it's good by itself too, especially for anyone, probably mostly ladies, but anyone who's currently watching Bridgerton. I had a glass of this while watching it and it was great.
In fact, I'm going to give you actually a little sample of the whiskey while I make the cocktail, and you can give us a few tasting notes afterwards. So, like I said, going in with 2 ounces or 60 ml of this. I'll then be going in with 30 ml or 1 ounce of lemon juice, about 25 ml of sugar syrup, because at the end of it, I'm also going to be going in with some blueberries, going to be smashing them up with a muddler, and at the end I'm going to be drizzling a little bit of a blueberry liqueur over the top to really add a little bit of extra sweetness. So that's not why I'm not going in with a full ounce of the sugar syrup at the start. So that's enough talking about the cocktail. Let's get to making it. It is a shake and drink, but before we add our ice, we're actually going to add in a few blueberries. We're going to add in maybe like 7 or 8 blueberries.
Or you can never have too many blueberries, let's be real here.
Or maybe like 9 or 10 or 11 blueberries into there, and then we're going to muddle them down for just a couple of seconds before we add our ice in. Okay, those are finished being muddled now, so I'm going to get ready to pop in my nice rock of ice in here, and then I'm going to measure out the rest of my ingredients.
And I'm just having some whiskey on the side, and this stuff is delicious. It's so sweet and lovely.
Yeah, so like I said, we're going to go in with our whiskey. This is going to be 2 ounces or 60 ml of the Whistler Oloroso sherry cask finished whiskey. I'm going to pop that in there, and then we're going to go in with the rest of our ingredients. Like I said, 30 ml or 1 ounce of freshly squeezed lemon juice. If you can, always use freshly squeezed. It just does have that bit more flavor, that bit more freshness, and just it delivers a better cocktail at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And lastly, some sugar syrup. This is just like a 1.5 sugar to 1 water.
You made it this morning, didn't you?
I did, yeah, just for this. Yeah, so it's nice. It's very simple to make a nice sugar syrup. In with just below the 30 ml line, so about 25 ml of sugar syrup into there.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna pop the lid on the shaker tin, bang it down, and shake it away for about 30 seconds. Okay, I think that is nicely chilled now. So while I get ready to strain this out, why don't you tell us a little bit about the whiskey?
Ooh, okay, cool. So we all know this is the Whistler. He already gave you a bit of the rundown, but let's see what it tastes like. Obviously I've been sipping on this already. It's nice and sweet. I get a lot of like your typical caramelly with like, what is that? The other one that's like caramel.
Vanilla, coffee, butterscotch?
Butterscotch. Butterscotch. It's really quite nice from that sweetness factor. I think it'll have like a nice little dimension onto the cocktail.
Hopefully. So I'm only going to go in with a single strain on the cocktail. Normally, if you have a lot of pulp, you might want to use a double strainer, but because I want that bit of blue, I want the little bit of those bits of blueberry peel to go through into the final cocktail, I'm only going to use a single strain.
My God, that's beautiful.
Yeah, just like that. You only get a little bit of the bit of blueberry through there, but it just goes, give it a nice little bit of extra fresh summery vibes. Next, before I finish off the cocktail, it's a blueberry liqueur. We actually got it when we were on holiday in France recently, so I'm just gonna, I probably didn't need to put it into a measuring cup, just gonna put in about 10 ml of this over the top, let it kind of bleed through.
It's also delish.
Yeah, it's very delicious. Just give us a little bit of an extra sweetness just up top. And lastly, for the garnish, a couple of blueberries up on top.
Oh my God, it's beautiful!
And that right there is a blueberry whiskey smash. Now real quick, before we taste this cocktail, if you're new here, scroll down, hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button. We put out cocktail recipes featuring whiskies on Fridays. We put out whiskey reviews on Wednesdays. So if you want to see more, make sure you hit subscribe. And while you're down there, leave us a comment and say what kind of cocktail you'd like to see us tackle in future. But now, let's taste this one.
Yes, let's go. It looks delicious. Like, look how beautiful this thing is.
Yeah.
I think it tastes good.
It will. That little bit of blueberry liqueur up top will be nice and sweet, but it has bled through the cocktail now at this point, so it has kind of just, I think, dissipated.
You get a lot of like natural sweetness.
Yeah, like.
Oh, that is nice.
That's why I didn't want to go in with too heavy on the like sugar syrup. I wanted to use the blueberry. I wanted to use the actual blueberries. Lemon juice, well, gives you a nice base. The whiskey does give it a good backbone of flavor. Like it is sherry cask aged, Oloroso sherry, which gives you kind of like dried raisins, dried kind of fruits like that.
Yeah.
So there is a nice bit of fruitiness there coming from the whiskey, but with the blueberries, with that lemon juice, with the blueberry liqueur, I wonder if I'm going to get any more because it is a very nice cocktail.
I think it might be my new favorite cocktail.
Yeah.
We have to go back to France to get more.
Or let's try and find some blueberry liqueur here.
Okay, we could do that too.
We might try and find some blueberry liqueur here.
It's so good, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just very nice. Not hard to make. Like the hardest part is probably just crushing up the ice and mashing up those blueberries and start. Very simple cocktail. If you wanted to, you could probably do it without the crushed ice. You could just serve it on a nice big block of ice. But I do think the crushed ice just keeps
ice.
Yeah, keeps it cool, keeps it fresh, and keeps it kind of refreshing.
Yeah, it looks visually pleasing.
It does look visually pleasing, and always a little bit of fruit. Keep things healthy.
If you've noticed, blueberries have gone missing here.
Yeah, she's eating a lot of blueberries. So I think that's all there is to say about the cocktail.
Yeah.
And I think I have to make myself another one.
You really do, because this is mine, and you may have to make me another one as is. So
I think I may have to make her another one. So I think I would cheers to you, but I will.
Cheers!
I will see you next time. Sláinte.
Bye bye.